Hello girls and boys, welcome back to Read Me a Story. I'm Kozyra, and this is my book. I'm the author. It's called Tips and Tidbits for Parents and Teachers. So this is for your mummies and daddies to read. They can get it from amazonbooks.com. It will tell them all about my 50 years of teaching in the classroom, and it will give them many ideas to help you with your work at home. So, today, girls and boys, we're going to have another story. Glad you could join us. And this is a fascinating book. It's a Baby Einstein book. And it's the ABCs of art. And I can't even tell you what age this would be for because I am even learning from this book. So as I read each letter of the alphabet, you will see a very famous painting. And some of these paintings, girls and boys, the painters are no longer alive. And some of these paintings are so valuable, they're worth millions of dollars today. Well, let's look at them and hope you enjoy them. Baby Einstein, The ABCs of Art by Julie Ainier Clark. Illustrations by Nadim Zaidi. Maybe that's pronounced Zaidi. Well, here's our first letter, A. Girls and boys, you will see both the capital letter A and the small letter A, or we say lowercase a. Angel. A is for angel. Well, look carefully. Can you see what the angel here is holding? Can you see the flower? And I will tell you some of the names of some of the painters. This is Lorenzo Lotto. B, balloon. B is for balloon. And this is Paul Klee, the painter. And you can see the balloon in the middle of his painting. C. C is for cows. And this one was done by a very famous painter, Vincent van Gogh. Do you think it is spring or summer or fall or winter in this painting? Is the artist using curvy lines or straight lines? D. Dog. D is for dog. Well, this painter is very famous. This is Pablo Picasso. And he is no longer living either. What color does the artist use most in this painting? Can you tell? E. Elephants. E is for elephants. What time of day do you think it is in this painting? When we have many elephants together, we call it a herd of elephants. Can you imagine the sounds that you could hear if you were there? F. F is for flag. What colors are in the American flag? Jasper Johns did this painting. And look at the shapes. Can you see a star? A rectangle? G. Girls. G is for girls. This is a Renoir painting. How do you think these girls know each other? Do you think they're sisters? Are they friends? Can you think of some nice names for these two girls? H. H is for horse. Wow, name 5 colors that you see in this painting. Can you see any mountains in the scene? Franz Marc is the painter here. I. Ice cream. I is for ice cream. What shape is the cone? That's like a trick question, isn't it? Which two shades of color in the artwork are most alike? This one was done by Andy Warhol. J, jungle. J is for jungle. Look carefully. Can you find two snakes? K. K is for kite. What is it that keeps the kites from flying away? Can you point to two things that are blue? This is another Andy Warhol painting. L, lion. L is for lion. What two colors are in this drawing? How do you think the lion is feeling? Is he sleepy? Is he angry? Is he hungry? What do you think? M. M is for monkeys. How many monkeys do you see in this painting? Where do you think the monkeys live? Beautiful colors. N. N is for nest. How many eggs are in this nest? Look carefully. Can you see the outline of a bird with spread open wings? And you can tell what time of day it is, can't you? See the moon up there? O. Notice that capital O and lowercase o are the same. Octopus. O is for octopus. What four colors do you see in this print? Which of the objects do you think looks most like an octopus? P. Peacock. P is for peacock. What do you think this peacock's feathers feel like? What a beautiful bird. Do you know that this painting is anonymous? Nobody knows who painted this one. So beautiful. Q. Q is for queen. How can you tell that the woman in this painting is a queen? Judging from her expression, how do you think the queen is feeling in this painting? R. Rainbow. R is for rainbow. What colors do you see in the rainbow? Can you see some signs that the trees have been cut down? S. Snow. S is for snow. If you could enter this painting, what might you hear? How might you feel? What clues tell you that this is a scene from long, long ago? T. Trees. T is for trees. What time of year do you think it is in this painting? I wonder what kind of animals live in this forest. U. Umbrella. U is for umbrella. Why is the man standing under an umbrella? Where do you think this scene takes place? V. Violin. V is for violin. What clues tell you this scene takes place outdoors? What song can you imagine the man is playing for the little girl on the violin? W. Woodpeckers. W is for woodpeckers. How many woodpeckers can you count on the tree? Look carefully. Do you see a little worm? Do you know this one was done by John Audubon? He is a very, very famous painter of wildlife, birds and animals of all kinds, and he has so many books out in the stores for you to buy. He lived a long, long time ago. X, X-ray. X is for X-ray. If you could name this dog, what would you call her? Can you see the X-ray of the dog's spine? Y for yellow. Y is for yellow. How many different colored squares are in this painting? Can you think of 3 things that are always yellow? And Z, but sometimes we say Z. Depends where you live. Z for zebra, or Z is for zebra. What colors do you see that are not found on real zebras? Are the zebra stripes in perfectly straight lines? This is another Andy Warhol picture. Beautiful. And there we have all the letters of the alphabet represented by famous paintings. Wasn't that a wonderful book, girls and boys? I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for joining me for Read Me a Story. Girls and boys, remember that when you come back and when you look for my stories on the YouTube channel, you must press Read More or View More or Load More, because there are many, many on there now. So don't forget to click on to Load More for many, many stories. All right, and I hope to see you again for Read Me a Story, along with my 6 grandchildren, Max and Theo, Josephine, Charlotte, Penelope, and Simon. Love you all. Bye for now, girls and boys. See you again.